Hey, hey. Ooh. Hey, y'all, listen. It's Tuesday night. It's trending topics. We got stuff to talk about. I'm just trying to fix myself up a little better here. Listen, if y'all in the building hanging with the diva, I do appreciate y'all. Do the diva a favor. Hit the like button, people. Hit the like button because we got stuff to talk about tonight. And tonight's title is Men Matter. So holla to all the men out there. We see y'all. We appreciate y'all. And y'all matter too. Okay? Men matter. That's tonight's title. So we got Karamo Brown. He said he protected his peace. So they're having their last season Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. What is it, darn? Child, I'm messing up the name. Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. I think that is the name. It's the last season. And so since they're having their last season, the cast was doing a press tour to get people to go to Netflix and watch their last season of the show. Well, at the last minute, he said negative. He ain't coming. He not going with. And he sent a message to the different news outlets saying, hey, sorry, not going to be there. But much love. He said it's toxic. He protected his peace. He felt he was going to get bullied. He said he was bullied for years, and he good. He ain't doing the press tour with them. So men matter. We're going to talk about it. Protecting his peace. Then, because I never want to mess up his name, always say his name wrong, so I'm going to say Kamora Lee, baby daddy. He got a new woman. They got 2 kids together. And he was kicking her, his baby mama, out his townhouse that he said he bought and he paid for. And when he got to kicking her out, she got to putting her hands on the people. He said she punched him in the face. And he said he wanted her to be arrested. So he told the po-po, arrest her. Because men matter. She put her hands on me, and if I would have put my hands on her, y'all would have arrested me, so arrest her. So his baby mama got arrested. You know, if I could send a memo to these people out in the world when they breaking up with somebody that they either had a child with or they used to date or whatever the case may be, the best thing a person can do is tell you they don't want you no more. Rather than having you hanging on, wondering, guessing, trying to make the relationship better. If they come straight up to your face and tell you they don't want you no more, thank the heavens for that. So she guessed me, she was upset. And see, that's why I'm not living in nobody's house. You ain't going to kick me out. Increase matters. I really appreciate you. Djimon Hounsou. Did I say it right? Let me know, increase matters. Djimon Hounsou. Exactly. And once you disrespect me, that's it. Yeah, when you disrespect me, that's it. They said, God bless the child who has his own. Not moving in your house, and then you think you're going to wake up and tell me to get out, and I'm going to be homeless? And we got 2 kids together? And now she got arrested. We'll talk about it. Men matter. And the last one is, I will never, ever understand how people fall in love with people that are behind bars. It's a no for me. I will stay by myself, be by myself, like Simon. Like Simon. Okay, thank you, Increase Man. I appreciate you. The D is silent. So like Simon, Djimon. My internet was acting up. It cut me out for a minute. Loneliness, Amy J. Well, you know what? See, that's why you got to have friends. Thank you. Djimon Hounsou. Okay, thank you. Listen, so that's why you gotta have different things that you do. I got a book club. We meet once a month. I got friends that I'd be like, okay, y'all want to go to, you want to go to movies, you want to go to play, you want to go here, you want to go there. You gotta have friends, so you won't be lonely and fall into no trap. She was a whole nurse working in the jail, fall in love with a man, and then of all things to have done, he was accused of touching the kids. If I'm going to fall in love with somebody in the jail, it definitely ain't going to be no man that was touching the kids or being accused of touching the kids. I don't know what crime you could have done. Now I'd be like, okay, I could chat with you. Well, she fell in love with this man. This fool purchased rings so they could get married. This fool was bringing substances in the jail for him. And listen, you always going to have somebody that's going to snitch. She got busted because another worker in the jail told on her. Now she locked up and can't get out. Locked up and they won't let her out. You big dummy. Now who's going to bring you food? Who's going to put money on your books? Your jailhouse boyfriend? He used you. He didn't care about you, because if he cared about you, he would have told you, don't be sneaking nothing in here to me because you're going to get in trouble. Now I wonder what you sitting in the jail thinking about, you big dummy. Jeopardize your whole license, your whole livelihood, everything. For what? He was a fool. But I guess she felt that he mattered. Men matter. That's the title tonight, people. Men matter, okay? Yeah, somebody found a letter she wrote him. She was the nurse in the prison. Yeah, She a fool. And then you leave him behind evidence? Are you dumb? This is one of them moments where you say you are dumb, stupid, or both. Listen, y'all know what time it is. I need y'all to do what in the chat? I need a choo-choo. Hold aboard, everybody. It is Tuesday night trending topics, and we got stuff to talk about. It's already almost the end of January in 2026. Insane, okay? The title is Men Matter. Karamo Brown, okay? Djimon Hounsou, okay? They said they're protecting their peace. And we got the jail nurse working in the jail, found herself a boyfriend. Now she's locked up. What a fool. All right, people, let me bring the people in the building so we could chat. Hey, Wayne.
Hey, Diva.
Hey, Savannah.
Hey, Diva.
Hey, hey, Julia.
Hey, Diva. Hey, panel. Hey, chat.
Hit the like button.
All right, people. So let me share a screen. We're going to start out. We might as well start out with this nurse. She a whole fool. It couldn't be me, but hey, this is how she wanted to waste her life. I know her parents are probably disgusted. Let's go ahead and...
A contractor who worked as a jail nurse is under arrest tonight. Investigators say she confessed to having a romantic relationship with an inmate and smuggling contraband into the Fulton County Jail. Channel 2's Michael Citing broke the story on WSBTV.com, joining us live now in Northwest Atlanta with how authorities, Michael, say this investigation began with a note.
Yeah, George, investigators tell us it was another nurse that actually found a handwritten note that exposed this alleged relationship. And tonight, we're getting a closer look at some of that other evidence that was found that led to the felony charge. A ring, a gold chain, and a bottle of perfume. Investigators say these gifts were not just tokens of affection, but evidence of a secret romantic relationship inside the Fulton County Jail. Former nurse contractor Naomi Anthony's under arrest and charged with a felony after authorities say she confessed to having a relationship with this man, an inmate, Antoine McCrae, who's been in custody since police arrested and charged him in 2024 in connection with multiple child sex crimes. Investigators say the two met while Anthony was working inside the jail and that the alleged relationship appeared to be getting serious before her arrest.
Had gone out and purchased herself and
our inmate matching wedding rings.
So were they planning on getting married?
I have not delved into that just yet.
Investigators say the case broke open when someone came across a handwritten note inside the jail. According to court documents, the note described plans to bring drugs into the facility, along with sexual activity inside a nurse's station. Authorities say the note also referenced a payment totaling $1,300 made through Cash App to Anthony.
Someone noticed something irregular in terms of the nurse's behavior, in terms of how she and/or was moving.
Earlier this month, investigators say they received an anonymous tip claiming Anthony was hiding marijuana on her body to avoid detection by jail scanners and using an iPhone to communicate with McRae. When investigators questioned her, authorities say Anthony tried to hide her phone, but eventually admitted she started the relationship in October. And while we were inside the jail today, we actually saw a new security scanner that was getting ready to be installed. Just another reminder that Sheriff Labatt is not messing around when it comes to keeping contraband out of his jail. Also, that suspect, she did waive her first court appearance. A judge set her bond at $5,000. Last check, she remains behind bars. We're live in Northwest Atlanta. Michael Seiden, Channel 2 Action News.
She don't have $5,000.
Now to a CBS.
But she is giving this man $1,300. I mean, come on, girl, you can't be that stupid. Hold on one second. I clicked out an article by mistake. Give me 1 minute. Wayne, go ahead and talk while I just try to bring back up this article.
Yeah, a beautiful young woman. I can't imagine what would desire or make her want, someone incarcerated. I mean, how low can your self-esteem be? And she only has a $5,000 bond, and she's still in jail.
And she's still in jail.
She didn't just ruin her life, not only with her colleagues, I'm sure with her family, friends, community. This is long lasting. It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Hold on. Let me share a screen so we can get a little bit more into the story. So a Georgia nurse busted for smuggling drugs for an inmate she was having sex with, authorities allege. I mean, come on, girl. A jail nurse is out of a job in Georgia after officials there accused her of smuggling drugs into the facility for an inmate she was allegedly romantically involved with. Naomi Anthony, 34, is now a former nurse contractor following her arrest on Wednesday, January 14th, for sneaking marijuana in the Fulton County Jail. Hold on, let me just pause this. In the Fulton County Jail, where she had been working when she met an inmate, Anthony McRae, an arrest affidavit shared with us on US Weekly contains. Anthony was taken into custody as she was arriving for her work shift, according to the affidavit, which alleges suspicion fell on the nurse when one of her colleagues found a note that read, "Bring in weed, food put in trash for inmate, sexing in nurse station." McRae Anthony, and they give his inmate number. Nurse Anthony pays him $1,300 through her Cash App. The note seemingly referred to an inappropriate relationship Anthony had with the inmate McRae, the affidavit alleges. Noted investigators uncovered a number of Cash App transactions involving the nurse account, but did not provide a detailed list on their amounts. Detectives started to reveal surveillance footage from recent weeks and found that cameras had allegedly caught Anthony and another inmate making out at the nurse's station. The inmate is next seen walking out of the station with some kind of container in his hands. He was later filmed sliding that container under a door to another inmate, it is alleged in the affidavit. Anthony also smuggled pot and cigarettes into the jail, as well as food she purchased from a deli. She had gone out and purchased herself and our inmate matching rings, Labatt told the station. Noted it was unclear if the nurse wanted to marry the inmate. Anthony allegedly snuck the items into the jail by hiding them in her private area, it alleged in the affidavit. The jail administrators immediately fired Anthony from her position as a contracted nurse after her arrest. The Fulton County Sheriff's Office now plans to update their x-ray detection machines at all jail entrances with new technology that could have caught Anthony in the act. She has been charged with obtaining, procuring, or giving an inmate tobacco products without authorization, which is a felony. When she was confronted with the allegations, Anthony allegedly denied everything. Eventually, though, she admitted to the relationship with McCray, which she said has started in October. NAPCare, the company that the jail contracts for its nurses, said that Anthony was terminated on Thursday, January the 15th. NAPCare is aware of the investigation and is cooperating with our partner, the Fulton County Sheriff's Office. As a healthcare provider in correctional institutions, NAPCare strictly forbids patient fraternizing and contraband. We have a zero tolerance policy for employees introducing contraband into a facility and have taken appropriate actions in response. Anthony remains in custody but has not entered a plea to the charges she faces. Meanwhile, the investigation continues. According to police, the detectives want to rule out the possibilities others at the jail were part of the smuggling operation. This chick is in trouble for what? She is crazy. Anything additional you want to add, Wayne, before I move forward?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Savannah, your thoughts?
She's exactly where she belongs. Um, you know, one of the issues I have when I hear these stories is that um, TV has glamorized the whole, being locked up and having a relationship, and what that entails, and the sacrifices, and that the person who is on the outside makes, and how the person that's in the inside, the inmate, um, leverages his position to their ability. Um, this woman knew exactly what she was getting into, and then with a person who has a history of being inappropriate with children, and even though she may not be a mother, I don't know if I caught that in the story or not. I'm pretty sure that there's nieces, nephews, cousins, there's other young family members that she was willing to expose um, this man to. So she was bringing him to a smorgasbord. I don't care um, what she honestly thought that she was doing, or if she had a moment of weakness. You were entrusted. And this Fulton County Jail, this is where 47 got his mugshot at. And so it's famous for you know, inmates and um, guards having relationships and other things as well. So she's exactly where she belongs. I have no empathy for her. I think she needs a lot of counseling and learn to love herself. Because if you had to like seriously start a relationship and you were willing to you to me, Diva, I think she's living paycheck to paycheck, and because you put over $1,300 on this man's commissary, and you don't even have 5,000 to bail yourself out. uh, it's just dumb all the way around. Maybe she's hoping that they see each other outside during yard time or something. I don't know.
Mhm.
But she's exactly where she belongs. I have no empathy for her because she was willing to, she's a disaster in the making. And he knew exactly how to prey on her, and she allowed it to. So, yeah, I hope she does get some time.
She fell for it. Amy J, you're up.
Hey, how are you doing tonight?
Hey.
It's a. I would say that this is a common occurrence after a certain age with women. They tend to like be a little bit more open, whereas before, 'cause, they might don't feel comfortable dating like guys that are on the outside. But these men also are targeting women. And they are manipulative, and they're very what's it called, aware of some people's situations. So I'm not saying it's her, like she should have been smarter as a correctional officer. They kind of warn women in general, whether you are a correctional officer, whether you're a nurse or you're a probation officer, these men can become very charming. And a lot of times, because you're in a space where you spend a lot of hours and you don't, if you're not married and you don't have kids, like that stuff can like wear on you. I just more so feel bad for her. I hope she can get her life together because this wasn't the play to play. Because now you're like going to be in jail. And this man, clearly you didn't know everything about him because I'm sure you wouldn't have dated someone or tried to pursue a relationship with a person who was doing PDF stuff. So a lot of times those women, they have no idea, and a lot of times it's the loneliness and just not really thinking that gets them in that situation. I would never judge it because I did at one point talk to a guy who was in prison, but I got out of that situation. But I can say that it's very alluring when you don't have like a lot of people around you. So that's my take.
Mhm. I hear you, but let me say this. As a nurse, you get the chart and you are privileged to exactly why these people are what where they are and why they are there. So shame on her. And shame on her. Julius, your thoughts?
Diva, you are exactly right. Listen, my grandpa's daughter, she was a nurse forever, but she retired working for the CO from the sheriff's office, and she
Mm-hmm.
was a nurse. So I know for a fact they are privy to all the confidential details of why they was apprehended, why they were brought in. This woman, this woman had to read his chart. She knew. And men like that, they like to con, they like to turn on the charm, they like to let's go through the list. They like to, put on the masked smile, thinking they're all by themselves. Oh, I don't have nobody. Sir, sir, you know why you you behind the pen. You know why. And honestly, this is this woman's karma. And her family is probably embarrassed of her for embarrassing them. And they're like, you know what? Your little butt can sit there. And you know what? I agree with that decision.
Mm, 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 mm. I just can't imagine. They didn't tell us. They didn't want to tell us. So they lucky. She's lucky. They didn't want to embarrass her because they didn't want to tell us all the other cash apps she gave. We know about the $1,300 one, but they said there were several others. Katrina, your thoughts?
Yeah, Diva. Hey, how you doing? Child, if you that lonely, go to Facebook.com. Go up to a bar. Go to Walmart. I mean, come on. What can this man do for you? And the thing was, Diva, it's not. Listen, I'm telling people thinking that she was actually giving him money. These inmates have way more money on them than people think they do. Plus, you in Fulton County, Georgia. I mean, that's where all of them go. Young Thug, all the crooks. I mean, all of them. That's the jail. That's the jail they go to. They actually have money. So what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that if she didn't do it at all that herself, but most of the time they be giving these people this money, and she doing it as a cash up because they have money on them that you wouldn't believe. Um, but you stupid. You threw your life away over bull crap. Your nursing degree, that's gone.
Mm, mm.
That's gone unless you go back and do like they say what get it expunged or make amends or whatsoever. But then again, you're gonna be locked up because you was taking contraband into the jail, girl. Like, dang, you got nursing sense. So I know you can't be stupid. So you just got your book sense, your street sense, and your common sense is gone. And you let this man finesse you out of a job. And she's sitting in that jail for 5,000. I believe she got the money to get out for 5,000. That ain't but a $500 bond. So I'm quite sure she got that money. I think she's trying to play the role that she don't have money. But there's no way that I don't think that she have that money. it's sad. And then you going with a guy, not just a guy in for, robbery whatsoever. I think the pedal thing is way worse than robbery. And you with a guy that just want to test children? That's sick. Girl, you played yourself and you let this man finesse you out of a dang job and out of a career, and you in jail. Your face on the damn Facebook. This just ridiculous. I don't know what she's gonna do when she get out. That's probably why she's sitting in there, because she knew her family probably is mad with her or whatever. That's probably why she ain't going out. That's probably why she haven't left jail, because she know what she finna hear. But this is sad. Girl, next time just go to Walmart or to the bar and find you a man. But that's all I got.
Yeah, she done. Because like they said, you said she brought contraband into the jail. Tara, thank you so much for the super chat. I really, really do appreciate you. Thank you for always supporting the channel. Thank you everybody for being here. Much appreciated. But thank you for the super chat. She's a fool, and she's gonna pay big time. And she definitely lost her nursing license. So when you get out, good luck getting you a job that's going to sustain you when you was used to having that license. Again, Tara, thank you so much for the super chat. Truly, truly appreciate you. So let's go ahead and roll into this last next story. I'm saying last story, next story. Let's do Karamo Brown. Those individuals, the guys on that show, they were saying for years how the show was toxic and how they really didn't all get along. But now it's interesting that the last season, Karamo did it, but he's bowing out of the press, that they're doing for the show. So let me just share a screen so we can get into this.
Queer Eye's Karamo pulls out of a cast interview in fear of being bullied. Karamo left castmates Jonathan Van Ness, Tan Fran, Jeremiah Brent, and Anthony Porowski surprised after making a last-minute decision to miss their CBS Mornings interview amid fears of being bullied while promoting the 10th and final season of the Netflix series. The news of Karamo's absence is shared by host Gail King, who reads a statement during the January 20th broadcast.
He sent a statement. He apologized for not attending this interview. He thanked the audience. He said, in part, I hope everyone remembers to focus on and to protect their mental health, peace from people or a world who seek to destroy it, which is why I can't be there today. His assistant also says that he's worried about being bullied.
Though caught off guard by Karamo's decision, Jonathan expresses their admiration towards their castmate, saying, I would say one thing that I've been so honored to learn about Karamo in that time is that we have to meet people where they're at, and he has taught people to center what they need, and I'm actually really proud of him. Center what you need, do the things that you need to do to take care of you. I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel like that sometimes. Karamo's decision comes 2 years after the cast experienced a shakeup when original cast member Bobby Burke left the series after 8 seasons.
So hold on, I'm going to share screen again.
It isn't fair.
So Karamo Brown bails on Queer Eye interviews due to abuse, he said. As the Queer Eye cast made the morning show rounds Tuesday, Karamo Brown was noticeably absent. He shocked his castmates by pulling out of the interview, citing mental and emotional abuse. We're going to watch the video in a few minutes. The 4 hosts tried to keep brave faces as Today Show co-host Chanel Jones announces why he's not coming. Let's take a listen.
Someone is missing. People notice that someone is missing. So obviously there are 4 of the Fab 5 here. We received an email from Karamo's assistant this morning, which said in part, quote, Karamo has felt mentally and emotionally abused for years, and he's been advised by his therapist to protect himself and his peace by not attending. But he did send this video. Take a look.
Hey, Jenna and Chanel, congratulations on becoming the most amazing duo on daytime TV. I just want to say thank you to all the fans who supported us and rocked with us for 10 seasons. This new season is going to be amazing. You're going to love every minute of it. And just like the themes of this season, I'm modeling what I believe is most important, which I want to remind you all. Love yourselves and protect yourselves. That's why I'm here at home and not there. But continue to watch the show. The crew worked on it and did an amazing job. I want to shout out to the crew. I want to shout out to all the fans. I want to shout out to the executives from Netflix. Thank you for having me for 10 seasons.
They said he unfollowed most of his castmates. The four hosts try to keep brave face as today's show co-host Chanel Jones announces why Brown made his last-minute decision. Jones said the culture expert's assistant sent an email that read, Karamo has felt mentally and emotionally abused for years, and he's been advised by his therapist to protect himself and his peace by not attending. While he wasn't there in person, Brown made a virtual appearance in a video message saying, just like the themes of this season, I'm modeling what I believe is the most important, which I want to remind you all, love yourselves and protect yourself. That's why I'm here at home and not there. Brown also promised fans they will love every minute of the new season, the show's 10th. Hold on one second. The Today interview was just one of the scheduled appearances that Anthony, Tan, Jonathan, and Jeremy Brent had to tackle shorthanded. And speaking with CBS Mornings, one described how he was feeling, saying surprise is a fair understatement. I will say our Queer Eye family, we've been doing this for almost a decade, which is pretty wild to believe. And families are complicated, and we're definitely not excluded from that. He added, but I think the two things can exist at the same time. And while this is definitely true, we're also here to showcase these incredible heroes who have and really honor the legacy of this past decade of our lives, and all these wonderful heroes that we had the blessings of getting to meet and have conversations with. The 10th and final season of Queer Eye begins streaming on Netflix on Wednesday. Let me know how you feel about him not appearing. Wayne, what are your thoughts?
Dave, I really don't have no thoughts on this because I never even heard of these people in the show.
Oh, okay. I love this show. I watch this show all the time.
I never heard of it.
Yeah. Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. It was a big show. Savannah, your thoughts?
It was a big show. I used to see the early seasons. And I think here the problem here is they all wanted to be that breakout star. And it was all about egos instead of working together, because it was a hit show. It was a good show. But you can clearly, in some of the episodes, you can clearly sense the tension when there was some design disagreements and the direction that they went. So I think that I believe what he's saying. I believe that he has dealt with a toxic environment for quite some time. Maybe not by all of them, but by some of them. And he's not to say that his hands are clean either. But I just think this was a cast who all wanted to be chiefs and not Indians, and they wanted to be that one breakout star with a supporting cast, and none of them agreed to that. So it's a shame. It's in its final seasons. I think it should have been done a couple years ago, though, because again, you could clearly see in some of their episodes that there was tension, and it showed in their ability to collaborate on work and be able to really do a great design. It just seemed lackluster. I've seen better from the young lady that used to be on what is that teen MTV Teenage Mom Show, and she has a big hit of home makeovers and HGTVs. on HGTV.
Chelsea
And yes,
held up.
Chelsea is she's
Come on,
really
Julie.
good at what she does. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Young one.
My age group.
Ah,
Exactly. But
yeah.
Chelsea, she's done really, really good with her husband, and they produce a good show and have satisfied clients. Where these gentlemen seem to really step over each other to try to get the blue ribbon instead of working together to satisfy their customers. So it's unfortunate, but I think it should have been done a few years ago.
You know what? I agree with you, Savannah, but I also will say this. I get protecting your peace, but also I think the drama of it all. I feel like if he didn't know this was the last season, he might not have pulled that stunt. I think he might have went to the press conferences and did it anyway. I think the way he did it is distracting from season 10. And I'm all for people protecting their peace, but maybe you should have brought your therapist there with you and brought your support systems there with you, because doing these press conferences, like these press, junkets, so to speak, it helps the entire show. So I think you're putting a stain on season 10, and I thought it was kind of messy. Katrina, your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm with you, Diva, on that one, and Savannah. Um, you taking away from the show, but you up there saying you happy it's gonna be the best season, this, and that. So you promoting the show like it's gonna be there, and you're not having any hard feelings. So you're giving us two versions of yourself. And I get, like you say, I get it that if you stressed out, you've been bullied and all this type of stuff. Then my thing is, I know people got to make their money, but if you've been bullied and all that type of stuff, I would have just left the show before saying all the stuff that I'm saying now. If you was that if you was that overwhelmed. So you still promoting the show. You still saying that it's gonna be the best season. It's gonna be this. It's gonna be that. But yet still, you saying that you was being bullied and pressured and all that type of stuff. So people gonna be looking at the show in a different way. So good luck to them, to all of them, and let him go ahead and keep protecting his peace. But sometimes you need to leave your peace off the internet, because we didn't have to know all this, and you would have been fine. That's all I got.
No, I agree with you. And see, so the one, I think his name is Jonathan, the one with the long hair, and he has like the beard and a mustache. A couple seasons ago, I want to say he was saying that it was toxic and he was having issues. And Karamo joined along with his other cast members saying how, it was messy of him and he was being messy and everything else. So it's like, you were saying not too long ago how the other one was being messy and how he wasn't coming to promote the shows and everything, but then you pulled the same thing. It's just messy behavior. Julius, your thoughts?
So I think I watched like a couple of seasons of the show, like early on.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna bring out the time capsule. I remember when Karamo was on the Real World, Philly. Now, the Real World, I wasn't supposed to be watching, but I remember from where he was then to where he is now, he had to overcome a lot. To now have Maury Purvis's set for his talk show.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this. I watched a couple episodes of Queer Eye. It wasn't my cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
I read articles here and there. I'm surprised that what's his name? Anthony was a part of the press tour, because I thought he wasn't a part of the franchise anymore from what I read.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a surprise to me. So I'm gonna close with this. I don't know what goes on behind closed doors.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess what does go on behind closed doors is a whole lot, and we can all agree, it's a whole lot messy than what is portrayed in public.
Oh, for sure. I can agree with you on that. But like I said, it's been noted about toxic behavior on that set way before season 10. I just felt like he felt the need to now speak out because he knows, according to, I guess everything they know, that this was going to be their last and final season. I just think it's messy, but it is what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and roll into this last story. And the last story is Djimon Hounsou. I hope I pronounced his name correctly. Increased Matters. Thank you for that. He is one of Kamora Lee's baby daddies. He has a current girlfriend, and the current girlfriend got physical with him. He called for her arrest. She got arrested.
Is that the fine dude from Beauty Shop?
I don't know. He might be in Beauty Shop, but he might have been in that show. I don't know. But either way, men matter too. That's our title tonight. And it's a shame that since they have children together, that this couldn't happen and be worked out in a different way. Djimon Hounsou, baby mama arrested for allegedly assaulting him. My baby mama hit me. He said, arrest her, period. So Djimon Hounsou told cops his baby mother hit him in the face after he told her to vacate his Atlanta townhouse, and she's since been arrested for assault. According to new legal docs obtained by TMZ, Djimon went to the police back in December and claimed his ex-girlfriend, Riza Simpson, with whom he shares 2 children, struck his face with a closed fist after he tried to kick her out of the residence he owns, okay? The Atlanta Police Department says that he told cops their kids were upstairs in the house when their mother allegedly hit their father. And police said that he told them the children didn't see the alleged assault, but may have heard it. Fast forward to Friday, APD executed an arrest warrant at the same home and took Simpson into custody for simple assault and obstruction for allegedly providing false information when confronted by officers, both misdemeanors. Cops say Simpson's kids were with her when she got busted, and officers said they heard the children crying in the background. And when they banged on the front door, they reached out to Simpson and Djimon for comments. So far, no word back yet. It's a shame what couples will do in front of their kids. It's a shame that couples can't figure out a way to do adulting in a way that the negativity won't impact their kids. I'm not saying they're on this level, but when I read this story, the first thing I thought about was what's his name? Ray J in Prince's Love. Always fighting and carrying on and arguing in front of the kids. So now they have these 2 kids. I don't know how old they are. They had to see mommy get arrested because mommy allegedly put her hand on daddy. Hot stinking mess. Wayne, your thoughts?
And now mommy is where she belongs, in jail.
Oh, shoot.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander. And I'm glad he did. He said she put her hands on me. He didn't hit her back. She's the one in jail. That's it.
Well, Wayne said that's it and that's all. Mommy's where she belongs. Savannah, your thoughts?
Diva, I agree. If he didn't put hands on her and she was unable to control her anger and her emotions and took it upon herself to strike this man in front of their child, then she deserves to be locked up and removed. If you, as a human, I don't care whether you're male or female, and you're in an argument or altercation with someone that you potentially love or supposedly love in quotations, and you have to get to the point where you're so angry that you need to become physical, then you should also think about removing yourself from that situation because now it has become toxic and unsafe, whether you're the one being the aggressor or someone is being, you're the victim. So she, as a mother to a son, uh, I know that I raised him to make sure that he keeps his hands to himself, and how do you handle conflict when you're in a relationship? Because the moment that you raise your hand to a woman, then now if you touch somebody, then I'm gonna have to touch you. And so my son knows better than that. But I won't allow a woman to also disrespect him and strike him. So but she absolutely belongs there, and she should get some parenting classes or whatever she needs. I don't know how old their child is or children, but he also might need to start thinking more of protecting his children.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of, having bad relationship after bad relationship, because him and Kimura were a mess as well, and they have a son together. So, um, yeah, I think he protect your children. She needs to go do parenting classes, anger management, whatever it is. But I wouldn't allow her to come back anywhere around my child. Now, if we see them together around February of 14th, Valentine's Day, Diva, I want to see another story about them on the panel for the whole rest of the year because they both are in it together. This is their love language. So they're a mess. But I've never known him to be problematic. But he's not good at picking women either. So yeah,
Mm, okay, do
I'm
you
only
need
worried about the children.
that part? Thank you. Katrina, your thoughts?
Yeah, I don't think he had enough money for Kimura. Um, I'm with you. I'm with you, Savannah. Yeah, I have boys. I have one son and I have girls, and I tell them both the same thing. Don't go around putting your hands on people because you never know what that person reflex. It ain't because they just want to hit you. When you hit a person, sometimes they just hit back quick. And when I tell my son, he already know this. Don't play around with me, other than putting your hand on no woman or anything like that. And when you get to a point where a woman want to put her hands on you, you need to get up out the house because I'm not bailing you out of jail because I gave you the advice before you get into it. Well, I'm gonna bail them out anyway. But I'm just saying in general. But you got to know your bounds. And these women, they listen. They gonna have to keep their hands to themselves. And she lucky that she got a man that like him because some of these men would have popped you back. And he didn't do that. He called the police and had you taken out of his home, which was a good thing. He didn't try to harm you as well. We didn't see because it was been in the police report. He didn't do anything to try to harm you. He didn't do anything to try to hurt you. He just wanted you out of there, and he made the right decision to call the police to get you up out of there, so nothing would fall back on him. This man has a career and got kids he got to take care of, and don't nobody want no woman abusers coming to their set. They don't get jobs and stuff like that. They have to go through hell just to get back on, good standings. So he did the correct thing. So, like Wayne said, she where she need to be. I don't know if she's still locked up in there or not. I feel sorry for the kids because if she got that much anger in her, I hope she's not taking it out on her children. But either way, good luck to them both. That's all I got.
Thank you. Julius, your thoughts?
Okay, I'm not talking in a fan tone right now. Okay, I'll say this. He makes lousy choices when picking these women. He has to straighten up with that because he is a good looking man. I mean, very good looking. Oh, it's not right. Anywho, he has to be wise in picking these women. He has 2 babies. He has to think of his children. That's it.
Mm. Yeah, listen. Um, both sides have to be wise when choosing a mate. Sometimes you could get with somebody that will bring the best out of you. Sometimes you could get somebody that will bring the worst out of you. I've seen people that they was bad with one person and you get with somebody else and they're a whole different person. You see a better side of them come out as a result of being with a different person. Sometimes it's just mixing the right two people together. But I think that when you go to put your hands on somebody, it's problematic. You are definitely in a toxic situation. But also when somebody tells you to leave their home, you got to leave, baby girl, if it's not your house. That's why as a grown person, you staying somewhere where your name is not on the paperwork, you taking a risk. Because whoever name is on that paperwork, they got the right to tell you when you got to go. Now, there are laws against that where, you know, if you've been living there, if it's 30 days, they can't just kick you out just like that. But I will say this, though, when somebody tells you to go, go. If that's how they want to do you, that's how they want to get down, then you need to leave. And you putting your hands on it, you see what it got you? It got you a case, a mugshot. And for what? Ain't nobody worth me going to jail. And that's a point blank in a period. Listen, I stay connected. I still stand by Karamo Brown. I think he did this one wrong. I get protecting your peace. And you know, see, the thing is sometimes when people try to pull at your heartstrings, when they do something crazy, they want to go to the mental health situation. They took somebody's life. I was mentally insane at the time. You want to pull at our heartstrings so people don't say that what you did was wrong, not showing up to the press conferences. You want to say you protecting your peace. But somehow you got through the whole season 10 and you didn't need to quit then to protect your peace. But now to do some press conferences, you're going to protect your peace. All right, Karamo, whatever you say. And I like him, but I still think it's messy. The nurse, she's a hopeful. Because let me tell you what they also teach you in nursing school. They teach you all the things and how easy it is to lose your nursing license. They clearly, and I'm 20 years removed from nursing school. They clearly tell you everything that what will happen if you mess around and play around with your nursing degree. You will lose it just like that. It's not easy to get, but it's easy to lose. If you want to play stupid games, you're going to get a stupid prize. And here this fool is, now you locked up. And that just tells you it don't got nothing to do with looks about having a mate or not having a mate. Because the girl is beautiful. Beautiful girl. But you thought in your head that the best you can get was a criminal. And if you was willing to give up the money, you really could have got you somebody in these streets. Because the men love them a sugar mama. But you thought that the only thing you can get was somebody that was locked up. Well, let's see who helps you with you being locked up. Anyway, guys, y'all know the routine. If you ain't hit that like button on the way in, do the diva a favor. Hit the like button on the way out. Tomorrow night, I got an interview at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope y'all can join me for that interview. I'll announce tomorrow earlier in the day who is coming through the chat with the diva and all of the passengers. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Good night and goodbye, everybody. Choo, choo.
Choo, choo.
Choo, choo, choo.